everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today we're going to be picking my July TBR. So if you're new to my channel, the way I pick my TBR every month is I pick prompts from my trusty prompt jar, and the way I do it now since the beginning of this year is I pick 4 prompts from this jar and I have to find books that fit those prompts. And for my 5th book, I look back on my TBR from the year before, and if there's any books that were on that TBR that I have not read yet, that becomes my priority read for the month, and I have to read that book in the month or I get a punishment. So last month we did not have a priority book because I had read all the books on that TBR, so I picked 5 prompts. So if that happens again this month, I will pick 5 prompts from the jar once again. That's how it works. And in July, I'm not participating in any readathons or anything like that. I mean, I'm still doing the buzzwordathon, but aside from that, I pretty much have free reign. I mean, there's also my book clubs and everything like that, so maybe not complete free reign, but anyways, I'm just hoping to vibe in July, okay? We're gonna have a vibey time. So before we get into picking prompts from the jar, we're going to look back at my TBR from last July. So my July 2021 TBR is pretty iconic because I got both Priory of the Orange Tree and Way of Kings on that TBR, and I had quite a reaction to it. I had tears in my eyes. But I actually did read both of those books. I read the entirety of Priory last July, and then I had read most of Way of Kings and finished it in the beginning of August, so that was pretty impressive of me. She was a girl boss, not gonna lie. I think I remember 2 of the other books that were on my TBR, and I know I read those as well, so I kind of have a feeling there might not be a priority book again, but I guess we'll see. So let's just get into it. Alright, my computer is being annoying, so I'm gonna watch it on my phone. So the prompt, I don't know if you can see, but the prompt is to read a sad book. Yeah, I remember what I picked. And that is The Last Time We Said Goodbye by Cynthia Hand. The Last Time We Say Goodbye, I did read that last July. That was a book. It's about a girl and her brother dies by suicide, and it's very sad. So I mean, it's a really good book, but it's sad. But I did read it, so there you go. Okay, second prompt is, read a book under 300 pages. This is also a new one. Both of these have been new ones. Under 300 pages. I don't have it. I think I know what I picked. The one I'm gonna go with is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. I've heard okay. So I have not read This Is How You Lose the Time War. And from what I remember, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the only one that I haven't read. I will watch the rest of the video just to make sure, but that might be my priority read for the month. Oh boy. I mean, at least that's short, but the prompt, yes, I love this prompt. The prompt is shuffle your playlist and read a book that makes you think of that song. We're gonna shuffle now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, the book I'm gonna go with is Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. Yeah, so I did remember that, and I have read Yoke because that was our Winer's book for last month. Not last month, last July. So I did read that, and I mean, I already know what the last 2 books are, but let's just watch it just for fun. Okay, prompt number 4 is read a book with a title that has 5 or more words. I know what book I'm gonna pick, but that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Yeah, so Priory, I did read, so what is this gonna be? Yeah. I can't show this part because I did get a copyright claim on this video for using the Kill Bill music. Yeah, there I am with tears in my eyes. I mean, we all know what the book is, right? We all know what it is. We all know what it is. It's The Way of Kings. Yeah. So there we go. Alright, so I thought we wouldn't get a priority read this month, but we did. I guess I'm gonna be reading This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. I mean, the good thing is this book is very short. It's like maybe 200 pages. Let's find out. Oh yeah, like almost exactly 200 pages, so it shouldn't take me too long. However, I know that this book is pretty dense. This is like a sci-fi romance, I guess. It's about a war that takes place over like different time. I think there's time travel involved, and these 2 time agents from different sides of the war are writing letters to each other, and then they fall in love. And I think it's gonna be a book that I really love. I hope anyways. I've heard it's very like, the writing is very beautiful and very like literary Berry, and I do love beautiful writing, obviously very lyrical writing. So I am very excited to read this, and I know a lot of my friends love this book. So I am excited. I'm just a little nervous, but at least it's short, and that's what I'm gonna tell myself. So this is the first book on my July TBR. So now that that's done, let's get into the prompts. So I'll be picking 4 prompts this month, and like every month, I'm hoping to get my book club books in. I also have yet another pile of books next to me that I would love to get to this month. We'll see. I feel like I need to add more prompts to my jar soon. So if you have any recommendations for prompts, let me know, because it seems like I'm running out. But anyways, prompt number 1 or 2. Prompt number 1, but book number 2 for July. I'm nervous. Is read a book you hauled in your oldest TBR video. Am I gonna have to watch another video? I guess so. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Instead of us like sitting here and watching another video, I'm just gonna like scroll through it so that we don't have to sit here and watch another video together, you know? It's a book haul. Oh no, oldest TBR video. Oh. My oldest TBR video. Okay, that's my June TBR from 2020. Do I remember? I do remember some of the books from that TBR because I did the Olympic Games readathon. Okay, so Summer of Salt, I have read. Crown of Midnight, I have read. Circe, I have read. Oh, 84 Charing Cross Road, I have read. Oh! Lovely War, okay. The Hate You Give, I have read. Oh, Nevermore. This is how, what is it called? They Both Die at the End. Evelyn Hugo, oh my god. What is this? Oh. And the second Daughters of Smoke and Bone book. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So my 2 options are, oh wait. Okay, wait. All of a sudden I'm confused. It says read a book you hauled in your oldest TBR video. So I think I miswrote. I either meant read a book I hauled in my oldest book haul video, or read a book I talked about in my oldest TBR video. Which one are we gonna go with? I'm confused. I mean, since I already looked at it, but I didn't haul it in that video. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm also gonna look at my oldest haul, and I'll combine the 2 and pick one from either video. Okay, does that sound good to everyone? Great. Okay, Sky Without Stars, Famous in a Small Town, and I know the other one is there. No.
Rapunzel, please stop with the mumbling. You know how I feel about the mumbling. Blah, 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 blah. It's very annoying.
Heartstopper, Red Rising, Forge Against the Night, A Little Life. Oh my god, imagine. No. House of Earth and Blood, Kingdom of Back, Nevermore. Lovely War. Oh my god. I talked it. Okay, so, okay. I feel like there's an obvious answer now. Alright, so a book I mentioned both in my oldest TBR video and in my oldest book haul video, so it seemed like this was the right answer, but that book is Lovely War by Julie Berry. I've obviously been meaning to read this for a long time because I hauled it over 2 years ago, but this book is a little bit bigger than This Is How You Lose a Time War, but it follows, I think it's 2 couples during World War II, but it's narrated by the Greek gods, I think. Like, I think Aphrodite might be one of them. Yeah, their story is told by goddess Aphrodite. So that sounds very interesting to me, and I've heard a lot of great things about this book. It's just, you know, this was popular 2 years ago. I feel like no one's really reading this anymore, but I'm gonna read it now. So this is my second book for July. Okay, so far 2 books that I wasn't planning on reading in July, but that happens literally every TBR video, so that's fun. But let's go for prompt, if I can grab 1 and not 10. Okay, let's go for prompt number 2, book number 3. Let's see. Ooh, read a book that starts with the letter L. Oh my god, I just picked Lovely War. Okay, alright. L. Let me look at the books I have to read. Okay, so obviously none of my book club books. To be expected. Let's go on Goodreads and sort my books by alphabetical order and see if there's anything that jumps out at me. But I do have an idea, so if I don't see anything, I will go with that one. Ooh. I do have some options. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna choose the one that is gonna make someone very happy. So BRB, I gotta go get it. Okay, so the book I'm gonna go with, and it does start with the, but like, I'm not counting the, okay? I'm just counting the first word, the actual word, not the in the title, starts with L. Whatever that book is, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is obviously a very popular book, both on BookTube and Book Talk, and it's one of my friend Salma's favorite books or favorite romances, and I have been wanting to read it for a while, so I am very excited. All I know it's about this girl who is a PhD student, and she's trying to prove to her friend that like she's moved on from her last boyfriend, something like that. So she kisses one of the professors at the school, but not her professor. That's an important distinction. But she kisses one of them in front of her friend to show like, oh look, I've moved on, I'm kissing this guy. And then they start fake dating, I think. And I think it's kind of like Grumpy Sunshine. I know I've heard that this is like Kylo Ren and Rey from Star Wars fan fiction, which like, I'm just gonna pretend that doesn't exist. I will picture this guy as Adam Driver though. But that's as far as I'll go. But yeah, I've heard good things about this book and I am very excited to read it, and hopefully I can read it fairly quickly because it should be a fun romance. How long is this book? Like 360 pages. So it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. Alright, all books I wasn't planning on reading this month, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I haven't gotten any of my book club books in, but you know what? It's gonna be great. Alright, here is prompt number 4. No. Prompt number 3, book number 4. All right, let's see what it says. Oh, read a book that starts with read a book that starts with the letter your last read ends with. And I'm pretty sure I got this prompt from the Whatever-a-thon, and I think I wrote this last year because I know that's a prompt for the Whatever-a-thon this year. But anyways, read a book that starts with the last... No, why do I keep reading this wrong? Read a book that starts with the letter your last read ends with. So I'm assuming this means the last book I finished, not the one I'm currently reading. So the last book I finished, was that Never Been Kissed? Okay, so here's the situation. So the last book I finished actually was Haiku Volume 1. So I guess that means U is the letter, right? Like you wouldn't include Volume 1 because whatever. So U. There's a lot of letters involved in this month's TBR. So let's go back. Let's go back to Goodreads. I can't even think of any. I mean, the only one I can think of is Under the Whispering Door, but I've read that. Oh, I just thought of one, but I don't really feel like reading that this month. Oh my god. Okay, I will say if there isn't one that I like really want to read this month, then I'm gonna go with the book that I finished before Haiku, because I like I said, I want to vibe in July. So because I'm not gonna make myself read one that I don't really want to read, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think I have a lot of options for the letter U, but we're still scrolling because Goodreads is slow. Yeah, I only have a few options for you, and I don't really want to read any of them. Because like the one I thought of before is Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, but like that's probably gonna be sad, and I don't think I feel like continuing that story yet, even though I loved Beartown. But I don't know. Also, like, it's about hockey and it's the middle of summer, so do I feel like reading that? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is go to the book I finished before Haiku and pick Never Been Kissed, which starts with D, and I think I know what I want. Let me just double check. Yes, I know what I want. So the book I'm gonna pick for that starts with D is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Ten, I believe is the author. And I actually got an ARC of this book, and I, surprise, surprise, haven't read it, but I've been trying to fit it on like every single month's TBR since I got the ARC for that book, and I just haven't been able to make it work. So we're putting it on this month's TBR, and I think it's gonna be a good time. I've heard pretty good things about it. The cover is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I honestly don't remember what the book is about, but I know someone is the daughter of a moon goddess, and it's like a fantasy romance, I think. So hopefully it goes better than From Blood and Ash. But anyways, I'm gonna add it to the July TBR. All right, I actually have to leave my house soon, so we'll see how this goes. If I can finish filming this before I have to go. But once again, I still need to fit my freaking book club books. So maybe with this last prompt, we'll see. I'm gonna grab this one. All right, last prompt. Prompt number 4, book number 5. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god. Read the lowest rated book on my TBR. Alright, let's get Goodreads back again. Ugh, not this. Okay, lowest rated. Do I have a guess at what it is? Not really. Okay, if Goodreads could load faster. Is this really the lowest rated? But how many ratings does this have? I don't want to. I don't want to. Alright, I guess we're going with that. Wow. This TBR did not go the way I had planned. But apparently the lowest rated book on my TBR is a book called The Year Shakespeare Ruined My Life by Danny Jansen, which is another arc I got a long time ago that I never read. Let's just read a bit of the synopsis because I do not remember anything about this. So it says, Alison Green, desperate valedictorian wannabe, agrees to produce her school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's her first big mistake. The second is accidentally saying yes to a date with her oldest friend Jack, even though she's crushing on Charlotte. Oh, it's queer. Okay, maybe I can get behind this. Allison manages to stay positive even when her best friend starts referring to the play as ye old Shakespearean disaster. Allison must cope with the misadventures that befall the play if she's going to survive the year. She'll also have to grapple with what it means to be out and what she might be willing to give up for love. Okay, okay. That doesn't sound so bad. It's queer and it's about theater and I love theater, but it is the lowest rated book. So yeah, did I say it has a 3.29 rating, which isn't great, but it only has 553 ratings and it's short. It's under 300 pages. So maybe that won't be so bad. So unfortunately was not able to fit any of the books that I have to read this month onto this TBR, so let's chat about those because I have to read them. So the first one is the Winer's Book Club pick for July, which was my pick, and I picked Blood Scion by Deborah Filley. I think that's how you say her last name. And as you can see, I got an arc of this book. I haven't read it yet. What is new? But I am so excited for this book, and look at this cover. Like, if I like this book, I really want to get the finished copy because this cover is just so stunning. But I'll read a bit of what the back says. It says, following one girl's journey of magic, injustice, power, and revenge, this emotionally charged debut from Deborah Filley, inspired by Yoruba Nigerian mythology, will utterly thrill and capture fans of Children of Blood and Bone and An Ember in the Ashes. And I haven't read Children of Blood and Bone, but I do love Ember in the Ashes, so I am very excited for this book, and the live show will be on my channel, so if you want to join us, stay tuned for that. I always leave our Twitter link down below where we'll announce our live shows and stuff. So if you want to read this with us, we would love to have you. Then for the Shadowhunters read along, our next book for July is City of Lost Souls, I think it's called, by Cassandra Clare. Obviously, if you don't know, me and my friends Lisa and Casey have been hosting a Shadowhunters read along since the beginning of this year. This is our 7th book now. Oh my god. I still haven't read Clockwork Prince. It's fine. Also, in case you were wondering, I think we're planning on having one live show for City of Fallen Angels and Clockwork Prince because we're kind of running behind on everything. So stay tuned for that. Again, follow us on Twitter for our live show details, but this is the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series. I am ready for it to be over. But can't wait to read that. And then there's still the Buzzword-a-thon, and the buzzword this month is book-related words in the title, and the book that I really want to read for that is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. And paper, that's a book-related word, and I don't remember completely what this is about. I know it's about these girls who are like the paper girls who are basically like the king's concubines, and then they decide to fight back, you know? And I'm pretty sure it's sapphic also, so love that. Hopefully I can get to it this month. Also, this cover is stunning. So this is my TBR for this month, plus the couple other ones that I mentioned. So honestly, not too bad. Very unexpected, to say the least. Like, I literally have a huge pile of books here and I was like, oh, I'm sure I could get some of these onto it. No, no, no. I got none of them, but that's how it always goes. So this is what I'll be reading in July. Stay tuned for my July wrap up to see how I did. And don't forget that, where is it? Here. This Is How You Lose the Time War is my mandatory read for the month, and I have to read it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you're planning on reading in July, or if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!